How did it go with this today?
So I've been waiting a long time to read the statement. Um, it was very satisfying. And I'm a little bit swoony right now because I didn't want to eat because I didn't know if I'd keep anything down. It's funny because I was prepared much earlier in the week, and then last night at midnight I started getting nervous and everything changed. So yeah, it's good. And frankly, to me, this has been much more about all of the survivors coming together. It's been amazing. So having survivors that support one another, and I really want to encourage anybody who's going through trauma to just bring in your allies. Do not try to do this alone. It's a fool's errand. Bring in your allies because they will help you tremendously, and that's what's helped me.
How difficult was it for you to face and say what you needed to say to him?
Not difficult at all. He's not. It's like he's not a person. I gotta say I think he believes he's manipulating the situation still, and the joke is, of course, he's not. But I'm glad he has a delusion. I mean, good for him that he has that delusion. But he's not. Nobody's manipulating us. It's fine. We're good. We don't need him. He's kind of just the dust that's still here, and that dust will go away soon too.
His ex-wife had spoken in a statement.
Sharon huddled today in the news. Yeah.
Her
I thought it was
demonstrated-
incredibly inappropriate for Sharon Huddle to speak publicly this week. This is our week. As far as I'm concerned, she's complicit. And you have to imagine that it takes a special kind of woman to step into the light right now when we're in the middle of giving our statements, and we've lived with this for decades. And she felt like this was her time. I'm sorry, I'm not interested. I think she has a lot to answer for, whatever that is. I'm not quite sure all the things she has to answer for, but certainly trying to steal the I'm not going to say limelight because this isn't limelight, baby. But for her to try to steal the attention at this time is frankly selfish. I don't care about her, but it's bad timing.
Are you going to be at the sentencing tomorrow?
Absolutely. I hope everybody watches the sentencing tomorrow. I think that that's the kind of final stake in his heart, but also it's a really good moment to transition to what's coming next. And that what's coming next is that we've put a bad guy away, and now we need to all go help each other. So that's what I look forward to in sentencing. I feel victorious in the fact that good people came together and made something remarkable happen. And that's catching his sorry butt and putting it in jail.
One other question. When you first found out that he was captured, you speaking today, what was that journey like?
The arrest in 2018 was shocking for me. It sent me backwards because it's weird. The rape survivors and the murder survivors talk about this differently, but for the rape survivors, in some ways, they have this body memory. They've lived with him having touched them. Because my dad and Charlene were murdered, there's kind of some ways in society to live with that, if that makes any kind of sense. But that's true. We have some ways to behave. The sexual assault victims, of course, the biggest problem is nobody wants to talk about sexual assault. It's this shame for the victim, and it should not be. The shame belongs to the man in there. And so the journey has been tough. It took me right back to the murders, and now I'm an adult. I was still a kid then. So I've processed this very differently as an adult. But I have to say, what's kind of amazing is that I'm closer to my dad than I've ever been. I feel his energy in me. I feel like that I am the person I am, partly because of him and who he was, and who, even though we fought a lot, that fight today is what I bring to court. So I feel very close to him and very close to my stepmother too.
So does today, this process help you move forward?
Every step of this has helped all of us move forward. And I have work to do. There are laws that need to be changed. I'm going to look for a state legislator to work with me on some of those laws. There are things we need to fix. And we still need to fight for justice being equal. And we still need to fight that a man of white privilege like Joseph DeAngelo, who frankly is a trope for all the white men right now who have taken advantage of all of us, our taxpayer dollars, taking advantage of our kindness and our goodness. We need to move past that, and we need to be woke, if I can borrow a cultural term, but we need to wake up and pay attention and start to fight for justice, equality for everybody.